Okay, hello. My name is Suci Fitria Dewi. I'm from Group 2. Here I will review the film based on that my group has discussed. The title of the film that will be reviewed is The Martian. The Martian is the science fiction film that was released in 2015. Directed by Ridley Scott, it is based on the novel by Andy Weir of the same name as the film, starring Matt Damon, Jessica Chastain, Kristen Wiig, Jeff Daniel, and several others. This film itself has a duration of 140 minutes or 1 hour 21 minutes. Long story short, this film tells the story of a very well-known organization in the US, namely NASA, which carries out a mission to the planet Mars, but a disaster comes to befall the astronauts or the group on the planet. At the time, in order to save the group, NASA captain took the decision to leave Mars. So, they left a member of NASA named Mark Whitney or Matt Damon, who had to survive alone on the planet. There are many life lessons or values that we can take from the film The Martian, where a person lives alone on the red planet whose life is so difficult for water, oxygen, and food. Even though he was abandoned by his fellow astronauts or the NASA group who assumed Mark was dead, he was in fact still alive or survived the storm. Not living alone and not wanting to survive, not everyone that can do that, but in this film the Martian still thinks calmly and looks for a way out. With enough food on the Mars planet, he thought one day the food would run out, so he looked for a solution for it. Mark himself is a botanist of his fellow astronauts, so he can grow crops on Mars to produce food to survive. After that, a new problem arose where there was an explosion in Mark's place of cultivation, making all the plants he would prepare later for food supplies. And then, after one problem was solved, a new problem emerged. Again, Mark was desperate to think he would die on the planet Mars, but there is an important value that Mark applies also in the film The Martian, where he believes that there is a God who created him and also who will save Mark someday. Optimistic again to survive, even though sometimes we are in a problem that is so difficult in life, we have to keep surrendering to the Almighty. After months of Mark living in the Mark, he was getting tired and bored with that life. But again, he entertained himself by playing disco music on the planet and start thinking about finding a way out. At the same time, the director of NASA assumed that Mark was still alive, so they found out through various sophisticated tools and knowledge they had, which in the end they found out Mark was still alive and they were able to communicate with Mark through other communication tools so that they planned a rescue mission. One more value make Mark that he will be safe even though he will pass that. After the director decided to tell the NASA team that was still on the satellite that their colleague Mark was still alive, they were shocked and felt guilty for leaving Mark alone on Mars. So that the whole world knows the news so that they support the rescue mission. So here also communication and teamwork is also very important and influential. The former country A and country B are hostile who eventually work together to find a way out of the problem, so that eventually Mark was rescued by the NASA team and returned to Earth and led a normal life and became one of the astronaut teachers who taught at the time. There are many life lessons or value that we can take where we want to keep trying and try what previously couldn't become possible. We are taught to keep thinking positively and calmly to find a way out, even though one problem is overcome, there must be a new problem, just how to do it. The way we respond to this problem. In the film, the Martian also indirectly teaches us a lot of knowledge and relies on our use the knowledge we have to try to solve a problem that is around us. So much from me. Thank you.